Hi, I am Juvannie Alquizar, and I will be explaining the client Java or the client code of our program. At first, we are importing the necessary packages or libraries, which is java.net and java.io, and we run a try-catch block so that the exception that will occur from the socket and from the java.net packages and java.io will be catch and will not hinder or will not terminate our program. At first, we create an object socket and connected it to the localhost IP address and to the port 6549. And then we instantiate a lot of input and or outputs objects to be used as output and input to the server and as well as to the system. At first, we instantiated an object print writer with the parameter socket that get output stream, and this part enables us to send a data or send a message to the server because this is connected to the socket and the socket should be connected to the server. Next is the buffered reader, and this buffered reader is the one who will get an input from the user to the system. So this part reads the input messages or input data of the user. We use the println function or println methods of the print writer to send the message input this message input by the user to the socket, and socket is connected to the server, so the message should go to the server at this point. I'm very sorry if you can hear some noise because it is currently raining at my place right now. Next is the input stream and buffered reader. So this part of the program receives data from the server, or it receives return value from the server. So the input stream reads the data that is sent by the server to me or the client. And next, this buffered reader stored the input data from the server to the buffer. And we initiated a string variable to store the data from the buffer to print it to the system. So basically, this program sends data to the server and expect to receive a data from the server. And then we are asking the user if she or he wants to continue using the system and sending message to the server. So if he or she chooses not to, then the the program will close, the socket will close, and the program will end.
So, good day everyone. So, I'm General Mike and I am here to discuss about this second code, which is server code, which is in the same folder in client. For the first line of the code, so I am here to discuss about how this program or code works about this server code. So let's start for the first line. So import java.net. It's still the same as the client. Same import, same to import in the client. So import java.net. So what is it? What this is? So it is a type of a Java import which is mainly for Windows OS, in which will be the guide for the system to run the program, to run this program. Yeah, this boot is program. They are both in a program. So the second line code, which is import java.io, is also a Java import that will provide the system about input and output system throughout the data streams. So the about these data streams are input and output that connected to the client. Let's jump to the fourth line of the code. So it is public class server which our variable name server to match this one. We can name it wherever we want, but we decided it to name as server to clarify and to be simple. About this public static void mean string, it is an default line of the code which is a main method, or it will serve as an entry point for this Java program. So it's a starting point for this Java program. Anyways, we could be serve we implement public class so we can complicate this code wherever we want, but we make it simple as possible. So about this, let's jump to the sixth line of the code, which is try and catch block. So it's an debugging for debugging purposes, which catch an exception to the code. So we can find wherever where there is a bug or error to the program, so we can fix it smoothly. So for the seventh line is server socket server. So this is will provide connection to the client and server. Server, client, server. We set this 6549 port as our port number, just like in this one. So we can connect it to the client, and this socket client server that accept will just accept it to the client. So the server will on. So this while loop we set it true to make it function. So if client is connected, it is true, so the program will run if the client is connected. So for the 11th line code, it is system that out print server status connected. So this is still connected. So if the program is connected, or this server is connected to the client, this message will pop up to the server that this is connected. It will just an indicator that is working. So this print writer, which is in the 12th line of the code, is print writer print new print is equal to true. So it just print or send back the message about this program. So the 14th line of the code is input stream input. So wherever the line or the what is inputted, or kung whatever the clients send to the server, it will input and just receive all the data and just echo it back, still connected to this one. So the buffer reader, new buffer reader stream is still connected to this one, just the one to pass it through back for the echo function that it will serve as to echo back to the client. So string message read line is still connected to this one, and this print in will this one will be the output that will be passed serve as echo to the client, and this server message will show to the client. So this is the catch exception, will catch all. Still this one and this one is connected, the try catch block and catch block. So wherever there is a bug or error, it will catch and print out wherever the bug or error in this program. That is the function of it. So this is all about the server code, how this program works or run. So that's all. So thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Justin Dave C. Edos and I will explain to you the output of the program. So first, you must paste the two Java files in a specific folder. This one, the client and the server Java files. So next, after you paste it in a specific folder, we must open the command prompt by entering cmd here in the search box. We must open two command prompt because it will serve as the command prompt of each client and server Java files. So after this one also, let's just adjust the size. Then this one, so after adjusting, we must start. So to compile, we must first compile each Java files. So first, to compile the files, we must type java, then server dot java, and also in the client command prompt, we must type java space client dot java. Sorry, typo. So let's try again. Java client. Okay, there. So to know if the files are already compiled, you must check your file. Your specific folder. It will shows these two files if it is already compiled. So after so we must run the files, the Java files. So to run the Java files, we must type Java server. We must first type the Java server before typing Java client. So let's try Java client. So it will shows that the server status is already connected by showing it here. So this means the program or we can start writing message. So let's try hello world. So the server status is connected. So in this part, the Java client will also show what type of message or phrase did you send. So the server will says hello world, and after that, the server, the client prompt will ask you if you want to send another message. So if you want to send another message, or do you want to enter another message, you must type Y, stands for yes, and if no, stands for no. So let's try again sending new message. So let's try again. How are you? So on this part, the server status stays also connected. So to stop, wait. To stop the client prompt, for example, do you want to stop this? You must type N, stands for no. Do you want to send another message? Type N for no. So it will stop and the connection will reset. So it shows here java.net socket exception connection reset. That one. And then if you want to, for example, you want to open the program again, if you already created this, if you already compiled the servers or the Java files, Java class files, you don't need to type again the Java client.java because you already compiled the Java files. So to access it again, we need to directly type Java client, no more Java client.java. Wait, first we must open the Java server first, Java server, and then second one is Java client. So the server status is already connected. Hello. So do you want to type another message and to stop? So the connection is already reset. So this is the output of the program. Thank you.